Hello, finally, I am here in England, in Devon, enjoying the autumn with my family. Everything is wonderful as the daily family routines settle in. With one difference, my husband seems to be carrying on doing all the household chores as if I wasn't here, more or less, and which is giving me a lot of free time to think and focus on doing things like this with you. Today's video is about emotional freedom and authoring our lives.
Why do we need emotional freedom? Aren't emotions useful?
Well, it's a very good question. Emotions are guiding compasses in life. They are very, very useful to have feedback from our environment and to act appropriately. However, there are times when emotions get stuck and they are enslaved in our bodies, and we need to free them. Otherwise, they are like attractors that create situations, and we keep recurringly experiencing the same emotion over and over again, and we don't understand why. So it's important to release them. Emotional freedom is about releasing these stuck emotions.
How do we know when we need to be free from an emotion?
There are some signs, like if we seem to be reacting to a situation inappropriately, either with too much emotional force or too little, or when we are experiencing a chronic pain or illness, that might be a sign that we need emotional freedom, or we have utterly negative expectations about the future. That might be another sign. There are others that you might find in my posts if you read them.
What is the method that you offer?
The method I offer, which is not the only one, obviously, there are many, many ways of achieving the same results, but what I offer has 3 steps, and it's not just giving the emotional freedom, but there are other advantages. That's why I offer this method as a starting point. First of all, we look at our ancestral stories, like what comes through the generations, beliefs, narratives, customs, all those things that you either adopted or reacted against. But you write them down and you reevaluate their wisdom in them. If you find the wisdom in them, that's fine, and you take the lessons out of them. If the answer is no, usually there is something that you need to look at it again and maybe look around for more narratives, search from your family environment, and rewrite those stories in a way they also pass down their wisdom to you. So this is the first step. And second step is to write your personal life history, starting from the time you were conceived in your mother's womb. We bring all the way to now. And all those stories that are associated with your life. And especially if you think of them as 7-year chunks, all these periods will have certain events that come out. And you look at them similarly to your ancestors' stories to find out the wisdom that they carry and what you learned from each period or maybe each event that is significant. So you rewrite the stories that are necessary to be written so that the stories are inspiring rather than disempowering you. So the idea is to be the heroes of your stories, not the victims of your stories. And that's up to us to do it. So the third part is the future writing. Authoring the future involves looking at your aspirations and goals in a specific kind of way without limitations, and you look at them in the way that you bring together your resources to achieve them. You look at the obstacles that you might encounter and how you will overcome them. So these are the 3 steps of your authoring in the method that I offer.
Are you sure it works?
Well, my inspiration comes from many thought leaders, I would call. Jung is one of them because he talks about the narratives, how people live by their stories. And then I studied with Michael White, narrative therapy's founder. He treated many children and families using the method of narrative therapy. And then I was inspired by Peter Levine more recently, who initiated somatic experience. He focuses on bodily experiences in order to resolve emotional stuckness that are everything is registered in the body. So the last person that I was going to refer to is Jordan Peterson, who's a contemporary psychologist in Canada. He gives actually in Toronto University in his psychology lessons this homework to his students. They not the ancestral part, but past and future authoring is very much an inspiration from him. Thanks, Jordan Peterson.
Have you done it yourself?
I have done myself, yes, many times. Recently, last year, I have done it different times, different parts of this exercise, but I'm going to be redoing again because I have changed. If you enjoyed this video, please share the link and also press the like button. And share your experiences when you have done this exercise. See you next time. You and your loved ones are significant. To receive regular tips to help you achieve more autonomy, visit my page.